Next, Mr. Chameleon and the Greenhouse Murder Case. Tonight, we again present the famous Mr. Chameleon of Central Police Headquarters in his famous cases of crime and murder, brought to you by the makers of genuine Bayer aspirin. Mr. Chameleon, as you know, is the famous and dreaded detective who frequently uses a disguise to track down a killer, a disguise which at all times is recognized by the audience. Tonight, we give you Mr. Chameleon in the Greenhouse Murder Case. The scene opens in an abandoned greenhouse on an estate near New York, a greenhouse where rare flowers once grew in all their fragrant beauty, but now long boarded up and deserted. A man, obviously a gardener, is inside digging up the dirt floor when another man, the new husband of the estate's owner, enters and says in surprise,
"What's all this, Tim? What are you doing?"
Well, since I've not much work to do, Mr. Harrison, I thought I'd be opening up this greenhouse again.
But my wife gave strict orders that she didn't want it opened up again. That's the last thing she said when she left here Saturday.
Well, she'll be back today, sir, and you'll find out different. If you don't mind my saying it, I know your missus better than you do yourself. Haven't I been working here going on 10 years? And I've never seen one like her for flowers.
I know, Tim, but she thinks it costs too much to run a greenhouse.
Oh, it'll be costing nothing. A couple of dollars for seeds, a few gallons of oil for the heater, and I'll have the place blooming like a picture from a seed catalogue. Hey, what's this? I've hit into something.
Just some rocks, Tim. I'd cover the thing over. I know my wife won't...
Look, Mr. Harrison. It's what's left of a body. It's a skeleton.
It's probably been here for years, Tim. It must be one of those skeletons like you see in museums. Cover it over, Tim. And when my wife comes back, don't tell her about it.
Oh, it's no skeleton from a museum, sir. I know them clothes on it. They're the clothes Mrs. Harrison's first husband always wore.
What are you talking about, Tim? Are you insane?
And look at that gold ring there. It's the one Mr. Anthony always wore. It's his body, I tell you. May his soul rest in peace.
But my wife's first husband was killed in a plane crash 2 years ago.
So they said, but I know his clothes, and I know that ring, and I'm calling the cops.
This looks like the place, Mr. Chameleon.
Yes, Dave, there's the name on the mailbox. Gilbert Harrison. Let's walk up the driveway.
Hey, somebody's running to us on the hot foot.
Yes, I imagine it's the man who called the police, the gardener. Do you remember his name?
Tim Feeney, I think.
Hey, hi, are you the cops?
I'm Chameleon. This is Detective Arnold. What's happened to him?
Murder, Mr. Chameleon. Cold-blooded murder. My missus killed her first husband so she could marry that other man, Mr. Harrison.
Where's the body, Tim?
In the greenhouse, sir. Right where I dug it up. Only it ain't a body. It's a skeleton.
Sounds like a false alarm, Dave. Well, anyhow, let's have a look at it, Tim.
It's right in here, sir. In this greenhouse. Follow me, sir. Oh, you back, Mrs. Harrison?
Yes, I'm back, Tim. And my husband says you're causing a lot of trouble over nothing here.
I did not exactly agree with you there, Mrs. Harrison.
What affair is it of yours, may I ask?
When a body is unearthed, it's more or less the business of the police. I'm Chameleon of Central Police Headquarters.
Mr. Chameleon? Oh, I see. Well, I can tell you in the beginning I've no idea what this is all about.
Tim here says that skeleton is that of your dead first husband.
And I say it again, sir. It's Mr. Anthony's.
Be quiet, Tim. I think he's been drinking again, Mr. Chameleon.
What's that? Drinking? Smell my breath yourself, sir.
I'll take your word for it, Tim. Now, what makes you so sure this is the skeleton of Mrs. Harrison's first husband?
It's his suit, sir, and his ring there. Hey, wait, the ring is gone.
What ring?
The ring Mr. Anthony always wore, sir. It was on his finger when I dug his body up. It's gone.
Oh, what stupidity. Mr. Chameleon, ghastly as it is, this whole thing is a farce.
The bullet hole through the skeleton's forehead indicates otherwise, Mrs. Harrison. Incidentally, do you know anything of the ring that Tim says he saw?
Certainly not. Tim evidently imagines he saw one, along with other things he thinks he sees when he drinks too much.
Ask Mr. Harrison about that ring, Mr. Chameleon. He was with me when I dug up Mr. Anthony's body.
Here's my husband now. Gilbert.
Yes, Constance, darling.
This is Mr. Chameleon from the police station.
How do you do, Mr. Chameleon?
How do you do?
Tim is telling Mr. Chameleon a preposterous story about a ring being on the skeleton's finger. There wasn't, was there? Tell him there wasn't.
Well, I don't really recall.
Oh, you saw it yourself, Mr. Harrison. Don't try lying.
Oh, I remember now. I think that's the ring he means, over on the shelf. Here it is.
Oh, thank you, Miss Harrison. It doesn't look as if it had been buried. It looks new.
It is a new ring, Mr. Chameleon. It's one I gave my husband last month.
Yes, I guess in the excitement I took it off and put it on the shelf this morning.
My husband has a habit of taking it off and putting it down places. He's not used to wearing a ring, you know.
They're both lying, Mr. Chameleon. Mr. Harrison is trying to save his wife from being pinched for murder.
Don't you dare talk to me that way, Tim.
Mrs. Harrison, I've served you faithfully and long, but I'm not having any part of your murdering ways. Tell Mr. Chameleon while you told me never to open up that greenhouse. Tell him that. Mr. Chameleon, she ordered me never to open it up, sir. Gave strong orders not, sir. Now I'm asking you, why do you think she did?
Mr. Chameleon, perhaps if my husband and I could go back to the house and talk to you without Tim's frenzied accusations, a great deal could be explained.
Oh, now she's trying to say that I killed Mr. Anthony and buried him. Well, now let me...
Later, Tim, later. Dave,
Yes, Mr. Chameleon.
you were radio headquarters to pick up this skeleton. Have it identified if possible.
Right away, sir. I'll keep Tim under my eye meanwhile.
Good. I'll be back after talking with Mr. and Mrs. Harrison.
As I was saying, Mr. Chameleon, the whole thing is utterly fantastic. My first husband was killed in that big Nevada plane crash 2 years ago.
And his name was Wayne Anthony. I remember it, Mrs. Harrison.
So the body or skeleton that Tim dug up in the greenhouse couldn't have been Wayne's.
Oh, obviously not, Mr. Chameleon. One person couldn't be buried in two places.
As I remember the crash, most of the passengers' bodies were burned or mangled beyond all recognition.
Yes, it was dreadful.
But nevertheless, Constance identified the body as her first husband's.
Yes, I did. And I had the funeral out there. Not a soul survived that crash, Mr. Chameleon. Not one person.
No? One man did. Only one.
One did? I didn't know.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Your gardener, Tim, claims that the clothes on the skeleton in the greenhouse were those of your dead first husband, Mrs. Harrison.
Yes. They were an old suit he gave a chauffeur who worked for us. And, Mr. Chameleon, I just remembered.
Yes?
That chauffeur disappeared from the face of the earth after
Go on, Mrs. Harrison.
Tim and he were in a drunken brawl together.
I'll bet that's the body Tim dug up, Mr. Chameleon.
Gilbert, you're probably right. Tim undoubtedly killed the poor man and hid his body. Oh, how perfectly terrible.
If he did, he's the first murderer I ever met who killed a man, dug up his body, and then called the police.
But look here, Mr. Chameleon.
Mr. Harrison, how long after your wife's first husband presumably went down in that plane crash were you and she married?
What bearing has that?
Answer the question, please, Mr. Harrison. How long?
It's all a matter of record, Constance, darling. Mr. Chameleon, my wife and I were married 4 months after she was widowed.
I'd refuse to answer Mr. Chameleon's silly questions anymore, Gilbert.
We'll find out how silly they are after the skeleton has been identified, Mrs. Harrison.
The skeleton's on the way to headquarters, Mr. Chameleon.
Oh, well, then I'll say goodbye for the moment, Mr. and Mrs. Harrison. Meanwhile, you...
Sure, Miss Esther. I'll take you in to see Mr. Chameleon.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Mr. Chameleon, this lady wants to be seen.
Esther, what are you doing here?
What do you mean bringing her in here, Tim? Now, both of you, get out of here.
Just a minute, Mrs. Harrison. Well, madam, who are you? And why are you breaking in here to see me?
I am Esther Harrison, Mr. Chameleon.
Esther Harrison?
Yes, the divorced wife of this man, Gilbert Harrison.
Esther?
Leave this house at once, Esther.
That's enough, Constance Harrison. I'm in control of this house. Esther, what brings you here?
To accuse this woman, Constance Harrison, of the murder of her husband, Wayne Anthony. To get rid of him so that she could steal my husband away from me and marry him.
Really? You come with me and Detective Arnold to headquarters where we can talk privately?
I demand that my wife and I go too, Mr. Chameleon.
Yes. Gilbert and I have the right to hear what Esther says.
No right that I know of, Constance. When I want you and your husband, I'll let you know. Come along, Dave. This is my office right here, Esther. You draw up a chair for her, please, Dave?
Here's the most comfortable one we have, miss.
Oh, thank you, Detective Arnold. I never thought the police were so polite and kind.
Esther, suppose you tell me what gave you the idea the skeleton found in the greenhouse was Mrs. Harrison's first husband, Wayne Anthony, and also how you happened to be on the scene.
Why, my father and I live in that little house just down the road from the estate where Constance and Gilbert live.
I see.
And when I saw the police cars draw up, I went over and asked the gardener, Tim, what had happened.
What made you so dramatically accuse Constance of killing her first husband? Have you any evidence?
Not directly. But I'm sure she did, Mr. Chameleon. A woman who would deliberately break up another woman's marriage, like Constance did mine, wouldn't stop at murder.
How did she break up your marriage?
By dazzling Gilbert with her money. Gilbert never could make a decent living himself. I even washed and ironed his shirts for him, Mr. Chameleon. But we were happy together until Constance came along and fell in love with...
Now, don't get upset, Esther. Take it quietly.
Well, the first thing you know, Gilbert asked me for a divorce, and my pride made me let him have one.
Yes.
And then Constance's husband refused to give her up. And then she claimed he was on that plane that crashed, and she married Gilbert. And now it turns out her first husband wasn't on that plane at all, just as I suspected.
Suspected? What do you mean?
I mean she pretended he was on the plane when she deliberately murdered him in the greenhouse and buried him there.
You answer it, Dave, please.
Hello. Oh, yes, Commissioner. Just a second. It's the Commissioner.
Oh, I'll take it, Dave. Hello, Commissioner. What's up?
Chameleon, this is one of the most fantastic murder cases you've ever been on. We've got positive identification that the skeleton found in the Harrisons' greenhouse is Mrs. Harrison's first husband, Wayne Anthony.
Are you certain, Commissioner?
Absolutely, Chameleon, from two sources. Anthony's doctor, who identified a fracture of the leg which he treated, and from his dentist, who has a positive imprint of his teeth.
Thank you, Commissioner. That's enough for me. Well, Esther, half your story is proved. The skeleton was that of Constance Harrison's first husband.
Oh, I knew it.
Mr. Chameleon, can I see you outside a minute?
Yes, certainly, Dave. Excuse me a second, Esther.
Certainly.
Be right back.
Before going any further, Mr. Chameleon, I thought I'd better tell you something Tim the gardener told me out there at the Harrisons.
What is it, Dave?
He told me Esther's father, name of Calvin Leach, worked for the dead man, Wayne Anthony.
What?
And got fired out for embezzling $20,000 from his office.
Great heaven. Tim said that?
Uh-huh.
Dave, go back into the office and tell that woman, Esther, that I've been called away. And then run down and meet me at the car as fast as your legs can carry you.
Okay, but what's the rush?
To save a man's life. Tim Feeney's. He's blurted out two things from his honest heart that put him on the spot. Hurry, Dave. Hurry.
Mr. Chameleon and the greenhouse murder case continues in just a moment. The very first thing to do when you feel a cold coming on is to take genuine Bayer aspirin. You should do this and do it before you do anything else. Because a cold is almost always accompanied by muscular aches and pains and a headachy, feverish feeling. And it's important that you relieve this distress in the fastest possible way. Ask your own doctor about this. No matter what you do to try to stop or shorten a cold, we think he'll tell you it's sound advice. And as millions know who have followed this advice, Bayer aspirin provides the relief you want, makes you feel better fast. It's actually ready to go to work in 2 seconds. And remember, Bayer aspirin's single active ingredient is so gentle to the system that doctors regularly prescribe it even for small children. That's why it's been used by millions of normal people without ill effect. So at the first sign of a cold, before you do anything else, take Bayer aspirin. When you buy, ask for Bayer aspirin, not just for aspirin alone. Get the 100-tablet bottle and you get Bayer aspirin tablets for less than a penny apiece. And now back to Mr. Chameleon and the greenhouse murder case. The body of wealthy Wayne Anthony, who was supposedly killed months ago in a plane crash, has been found buried in the greenhouse on his estate, where his wife, Constance, is now living with her second husband, Gilbert Harrison. The gruesome discovery of the murdered man's body was made by the gardener, Tim Feeney. And now, Mr. Chameleon and Detective Dave Arnold are hurrying back to the scene of the crime in a police car, fearing that Tim's life, too, may be in danger.
Look, Mr. Chameleon. Gilbert Harrison and his wife are there at the gate.
Doesn't look any too good, Dave.
Oh, Mr. Chameleon, I'm so glad you're here. Tell him what happened, Gilbert.
Poor Tim has been murdered.
In the greenhouse, Mr. Chameleon, in the greenhouse.
Get up there quick, Dave.
Right, Mr. Chameleon.
Which one of you discovered the murder? You, Gilbert Harrison, or you, Constance?
We both
Yes,
did.
we heard shots outside and ran out at once.
And we saw a man running away from the greenhouse.
It was dark, so we couldn't see who it was. I went to the greenhouse and found Tim brutally shot to death.
That's all we know.
That is the second time today, Constance, that you and your husband have protested that you didn't know anything. And both times the subject was murder.
Both times.
That's it, Constance, both. The skeleton unearthed in that greenhouse you ordered kept closed was positively identified as that of your first husband, Wayne Anthony.
Oh.
The husband you tried to divorce to marry your present husband. The man you claimed was killed in that big Nevada plane crash.
That's impossible, Mr. Chameleon. Utterly impossible. Both Constance and I saw Wayne Anthony board that plane. Didn't we, darling?
Never mind putting a story in her mouth, Gilbert.
Mr. Chameleon, please.
Constance, this is murder, and I've had all the tricks and evasions from you that I'll take.
I know I made a dreadful mistake acting the way I did this morning. I mean, being so antagonistic to you. Now I know you can't help suspecting me of murdering my first husband to open the way to marry Gilbert. But I didn't. I swear I didn't. Oh, tell me it's all a nightmare, a fearful dream, Mr. Chameleon.
What I can tell you, Constance, is that you are under deep and logical suspicion of murder.
What are you talking about, Chameleon? She's no more guilty of killing Wayne Anthony or Tim Feeney than I am.
No, Gilbert. But I'll give her a chance to prove it. One chance, and that's all.
What chance?
I want to know everything you know about the father of Gilbert's first wife.
You mean Esther's father, Calvin Leach? Well,
Gilbert, I'm asking Constance.
All I know about Mr. Leach is that he worked for my first husband and was discharged for stealing a large sum of money. But Wayne didn't prosecute him.
Why not? Because you asked him not to?
Yes, but how do you know?
Mind your words, Constance. Chameleon's trying to make it look as if you saved the old man from prison to force Esther to give me a divorce.
Another interruption from you, Gilbert, and I'll arrest you both for murder.
Mr. Chameleon?
Yes, Dave.
The old gardener, Tim. Poor guy is dead, all right. Dead as a mackerel.
Search Mr. and Mrs. Harrison and their house for the murder gun, Dave. Call headquarters for help. Rip the house apart if necessary, and while you're doing it,
Yes, Mr. Chameleon.
don't let either of these people out of your sight. I'm going down the road to see Gilbert Harrison's ex-wife, Esther, and ex-father-in-law, Calvin Leach.
Why, Mr. Chameleon, come in.
Thank you, Esther. I've bad news for you.
You don't mean that woman who stole my husband escaped, do you?
No, Detective Arnold has her and her husband, Gilbert, in custody.
Gilbert didn't kill Wayne Anthony. His wife, Constance, did.
The gardener, Tim Feeney, was murdered half an hour ago in the greenhouse, Esther.
What?
Where is your father?
Tim killed? Oh, no.
Where is your father?
He went out for a while. I think I hear him coming now. Oh, Father, this is Mr. Chameleon, the detective.
I'm glad to know you, Mr. Chameleon.
So you're Calvin Leach. Where have you been in the last hour?
Well, I take a little walk every evening about this time, Mr. Chameleon. That's not against the law, is it?
No, but embezzling money is.
What do you mean by that?
2 people have said that you embezzled a large sum of money from your former employer, Wayne Anthony. The man whose skeleton was found in the greenhouse on his estate today.
That's a barefaced lie, Mr. Chameleon. That murderess Constance told you that.
Doesn't make any difference who did, Mr. Chameleon. I did take the money, but I paid it all back.
One of the people who told me, Mr. Leach, was the Harrison's gardener, Tim Feeney. And we just found him murdered.
You trying to say that I killed him, Mr. Chameleon? Where's your proof?
I leave the burden of that to you, Mr. Leach. What's that you're fumbling in your coat pocket? Give it to me, please.
Keep your hands off Father, Mr. Chameleon.
Here we are. A gold ring. It looks as if it might have been long buried with the body of Wayne Anthony.
Tim gave me that ring this morning. He told me to keep it for him till the proper time.
Until the time of his murder, you mean? Did you kill Wayne Anthony to save yourself from prison and then shoot down the gardener, Tim, because he knew of your crime? Now, I don't accuse you, but it's possible that you did, Leach.
Mr. Chameleon, before the Lord in heaven, I tell you, I always believed Wayne Anthony went down in that crane flash. I had every reason to believe it.
What reason?
Because I was at the airport and saw him get on the plane. I went there to, well, pay off the last of the money I'd taken from him.
Mr. Chameleon.
Yes, Esther?
Father believes what he's saying, but it's not true.
Well, then what is true?
Well, he's thinking of another plane trip Wayne Anthony took. The one before he was supposed to have crashed. Father and I were both in Atlanta that time, visiting my aunt who lives there.
That's not good enough, Esther. Both of you come with me. I'm going to turn you over to Detective Arnold to be held on suspicion of murder.
Mr. Chameleon, my daughter's lying to save me. Well, I won't let her do it.
So you think that Esther killed Wayne Anthony to save you from prison, Calvin Leach? Come on, let's go.
Now it is the next morning, and we see Mr. Chameleon again in his office at headquarters when Dave Arnold says,
Say, look, I hope I won't make you sore at me, Mr. Chameleon, but you've got me spinning like a top. First, you tell me to hold Gilbert and Constance Harrison for murder. Then you come in here and you turn them loose.
Yes, and then I bring in Calvin Leach and his daughter Esther to headquarters and do the same thing, Dave. Well, the answer is that I've got 4 suspects, and I can't put the finger on any one with certainty of conviction.
Oh, that's just swell. So what now?
Disguise, Dave. A disguise as the sole survivor of the plane crash Wayne Anthony was presumably killed in. You'll remember that at the beginning of this case, I told his widow, Constance, who is now Mrs. Harrison, that there was a survivor.
Uh-huh.
Well, there wasn't, of course. But my hunch then may pay out now.
I see. Well, what's the disguise going to be?
I'll appear as a roving Britisher of slimy manners, the Honorable Richard Boots. First stop, Gilbert and Constance Harrison's. You will be waiting outside, and then I'll go on to Calvin Leach's and daughter Esther's, if necessary.
But I say, old chap, you and your good lady, Mrs. Gilbert Harrison, have heard my story.
Every word is a lie, Mr. Boots.
The Honorable Richard Boots.
You mean dishonorable, don't you? You're a blackmailer.
Oh, come now, don't be silly. I saw you and this gentleman, your husband, Gilbert Harrison, at the airport.
I should throw you out.
I saw the man whose skeleton was found in your greenhouse, Mrs. Harrison, your first husband. I saw him turn his ticket over to another chap and then leave the field with you. You got in the car and drove off. You took him home and did him in. But I'm broad-minded. All I want is passage money back home. $400 in your money. Otherwise, I go to the police.
Oh, you dreadful creature. Put him out, Gilbert.
There's the door. Get out before I throw you out.
If it's your own way, then, I'll jolly well get you in prison.
Got anything, Mr. Chameleon? Alias Richard Boots?
The lady acts suspicious, Dave. Come on. I, as the Honorable Richard Boots, am about to pay a visit to Calvin Leach and daughter.
Quit spoofing, Mr. Leach. And you, my pretty lady.
If by spoofing you mean kidding, you're wrong, Mr. Honorable Boots.
Here's your gun, Father. Kill him and we'll make a break for it.
Oh, I say now. No need for emotion. It's a stupid thing, always. Mum is the word that I saw you, Mr. Leach, ride from that airport with the man you killed. I caught on the minute I saw the newspaper stories.
I trust you like I trust a rattlesnake. Before I pay you off, I'll take my chances with the cops.
Very well, sir. I hear your electric chair is a nasty thing. Goodbye.
Nothing there either, I take it, Mr. Chameleon.
They've all got the wind up proper, old boy.
They're scared to death. All 4 suspects, Dave.
The Harrisons followed you down here, Mr. Chameleon. You want me to grab them?
No, not yet, Dave. The Leaches are waiting to follow me, too. Get out your gun, Dave. The case is about to break. Easy now. Quick, drop to the ground.
Gilbert! Gilbert, he's killed you!
Don't move, either of you. Grab him, Dave.
I've got him, Mr. Chameleon.
Gilbert Harrison, I arrest you for the murder of your wife's first husband, Wayne Anthony, and your gardener, Tim Feeney.
It's Mr. Chameleon, disguised as Boots.
What a fool not to recognize him. All right. I killed them both. I don't know how you got me, and I don't care.
Gilbert, how could you?
Very simple, Constance. We traced your movements the evening of the murder of your first husband.
My movements?
You left the airport first.
Yes, I went to a dinner party. I left when Wayne went on the plane.
And then Gilbert got in after him and got him off the plane on some phony pretext. Went home with him, killed him in the greenhouse, hid his body, and then made the mistake of removing Anthony's ring when Tim dug up his skeleton.
Gilbert, is that why you told me to say the new ring I gave you was on the shelf?
Never mind why I told you that, Constance. I loved you. I had to kill Wayne to get you. And, darling, it was worth it.
Oh, Gilbert, Gilbert.
Don't be taken in a second time by him, Constance. He's a murderer, a particularly nasty specimen. And you'll soon know what justice and punishment are. Okay, Dave, put him in the car. The greenhouse murder case is over.
And with these words, Mr. Chameleon concludes tonight's murder case. An announcement of special interest to all mothers of small children. Now you can get genuine Bayer aspirin in a new children's-sized tablet that contains half the amount of the regular-sized Bayer aspirin tablet. With these new children's-sized tablets, you can now be certain you are giving your child the proper dosage as prescribed by your doctor, and you can do it conveniently. In addition, these new tablets are made so they can be broken right in half whenever still smaller dosages are required. These tablets are uncolored and unflavored so that they cannot be mistaken for candy. And like regular-sized Bayer aspirin tablets, they may be used with complete confidence. For the fact that doctors prescribe Bayer aspirin's single active ingredient even for the smallest children shows how gentle and dependable it is. The bottle and carton are plainly marked children's size Bayer aspirin, 30 tablets for 25 cents. Listen next Wednesday night at this same time for Mr. Chameleon, the man of many faces, in The Widow's Ruby murder case. The part of Mr. Chameleon is played by Carl Swenson, with dialogue by Frank Hummert from the original story by Frank and Ann Hummert. Music directed by Victor Arden. This is Howard Claney saying good night, and on behalf of our sponsors, wishing all our listeners a very happy New Year.
The only sensible way to help prevent tooth decay is to keep your teeth thoroughly clean at all times. For teeth that are really clean, free of decay-breeding deposits and film, actually resist decay. And the best way to get your teeth really clean is with powder. There's nothing you can get that cleans teeth like powder. To prove this, try Dr. Lyon's tooth powder. Almost instantly, it helps remove deposits and film in which bacteria form, bacteria that cause tooth decay. So to help prevent tooth decay before it gets started, use Dr. Lyon's tooth powder. Ask for either regular or ammoniated Dr. Lyon's tooth powder.
Listen for Mr. Chameleon in The Widow's Ruby murder case next Wednesday night at this time. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.